If you woke up today and today felt hard for you, or if you were being bullied and you didn't know what to do, if for some reason, somehow, things just didn't seem to go your way, and you felt like there was no one you can talk to, there was no one you could reach out to, and you were thinking about doing something so drastic that it would not only change your life, but the lives of those around you and the world forever, if you were somebody who was dealing with any type of mental disability or mental illness, or you're being bullied, or somehow, some way you're having conflict with people accepting who you are, please reach out and get help. Contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You don't know it now, but the world would not be better without you. You matter. You actually matter, and people care. Okay. And if you can't, for some reason, some strange, odd reason, find the strength to take that call, then feel free to reach out to me. Contact me any way possible on any of these social media feeds with a simple message of I need to talk. And I will do my best to be there for you because I am more than prepared and ready to fight this battle with you. You are not alone in this. Now, let's talk football.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
What up, though, Pride Nation, and welcome back to another Field Review podcast show. Oh, y'all don't understand the level of energy that I have to be back and do this. Oh, life was trying to get your boy down. People, let me just tell you, I literally have had a unusual last week. We're gonna just call it that. The record amount of rain that happened here in Detroit led to me having to do some hard cleanup in my basement. Because water has a way of finding its way around things it should not, and so I had to deal with that. Then I had to deal with the woos and the woes of this thing called overtime and mandatory overtime. And so, yes, they were killing me softly. I wasn't getting very much sleep. Then at one point, I just wasn't feeling too well. But I'm back. I'm energetic and I'm ready to rock and roll. There's a lot going on in the media, a lot going on in Lions news, and just in general, a lot happening in football. So I'm just happy to be back, people. We got a lot to cover because obviously we got to talk about some of these, we call them the experts. Nah, we don't want to call them that because experts actually know what they're talking about. Let me try to find another word for it. We got to, you know what? We're going to talk about ESPN. Yeah, we're going to talk about the overall view of the media and a few other little tricks I decided to toss in there to have a little fun. Now, keep in mind, people, my goal is to keep this schedule going as long as they stop this damn mandatory overtime. But this is how I pay the bills, have to go to work, and so I do apologize. But obviously, let's see who's in the building with me today. Oh, really quick, I put this out. I know at some point it switched from 5 p.m. to 6:30. That was an accident. I was trying to get in so I can get it going, and I end up clicking on another stream that I had and did not realize it. And I thought, oh, well, you know what? I got to change the time on it. And when I went to go change the time on it, I thought it said 5 o'clock, but I didn't. This is what happened when you sleep deprived. But no, it was 5 o'clock. And those who rock with me, thank you for being here. Now, we got Delusional Lion fan in the building. We got Kobe in the building. We got Jason Smith in the building. Southwest Lions in the building. Looney Tunes in the building. Marcel Edwards. Candace in the building. We got Craig Bevins in the building. Detroit's own Big Will in the building. AB in the building. BD Buster. We got D in the building. Jon Kapler. Shout out to my man Jon Kapler. Man, listen, my man just hit 100 subscribers, so want to make sure I give him praise for that. 100% well deserved. He's out there grinding, and here's to you getting to 1,000 next. Also, I want to put a big congratulatory out there to my man Detroit Drew, who just had his first baby, little bitty baby girl, born healthy and ready to rock and roll. And of all the things that he could have come up with for the first things he's waiting on the baby to pull his damn beard. Now, if this isn't the most Detroit Drew thing ever, I don't know what is, but I thought it was the absolute funniest thing ever. Everybody's waiting for their kids to run, to talk, to say mama, or to say dada, not Drew. he wants her to pull the beard. So I hope she pulls it and pulls it hard as hell and real soon. So congratulations to you, sir, you and your fiance. And listen, life is changed forever, but for the better, 100%. Let's see who else in the building with me. Don 19's in the building. We got Detroit fan man in the building. One Funky Lions fan in the building. Mr. Marcus 42 is in the building. We got Jimmy Stoneful in the building. Antonio Jenkins is in the building. Let me see who out here. Roar of the Lions UK. Hey, my people over there. I don't even call them across the pond. You know what I call them? I call them the hardcore fans, because I feel like if you just listen to them talk, you will know what level it is. And make sure if you subscribe to them if you have not done so, please do so. 100%. We have, make sure I ain't missed nobody. We have let's see, Bo Gary's in the building, D-Map Zooms, One Pride 40, Ghost Gunner, and I think I got everybody. First things first, people, let's get into this, because I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I see Dominic Davis showed up. Shout out to you, sir. R. Mack is in the building. Shout out to you. Listen, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the media, right? But can somebody please tell me the last time y'all saw something positive about the Lions? Like literally, like the last time that you just was like, yo, media on top of media on top of media has something positive to say about the Lions. Now, I'm bringing this up because it's funny to me when you look at the number of articles. And I'm not talking about people guesstimating. I'm not talking about people saying like, oh, what are the chances that this happened? Or if this happened? I'm talking about real positive energy towards the Lions. Now, I want y'all to sit in that for a moment, because I have to get to a point for y'all to truly understand where I'm going to go with this. My goal is not to rant. And you know that I try hard not to do that, because I don't need no blood pressure going up. But damn it, there's a time and a place for everything. And today, I got time. Let's talk about it. So ESPN apparently thinks that the Lions' future is like dog poop, which I find ironic, right? And they talk about this as if though they got it, they got the answers, right? But then it dawned on me, right? This is what it dawned on me on. How in the hell do you rank a future? Like, just anybody ever think about this concept? How in the hell do you rank a future? Like, is a future just tomorrow? Is the future a few minutes from now? If I leave from the East Coast to the West Coast, did I just travel like to the past? I mean, what the hell is the future exactly? And how do you rank it? You see, this is where I get frustrated. This is where I lose my shit. This is where I kind of go off the rails a little bit, because nobody can help me understand most basic logical thinking. How in the hell do we get ranked second, if not worse, based on the future? What future are you looking at? How far down in the future are you looking at? Are you referring to a month, a year? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? 5 years? 10? What the hell is the future? And how do you rank it? What is the criteria for ranking the future? Now, this is a very strange thing. Stay with me now. Stay with me. They actually took a swing at stupid. I want y'all to understand what this is. When you take a swing at stupid, you tend to look pretty damn dumb. And in my eyes, when you go out and write an article that literally identifies us having a bleak future, based on what? But let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how funny this media is. Let me go back so I can find it. I literally found the articles where they were talking so much love, so positive when the Lions went the Patriots way with one Matt Patricia. Oh, they were in their bag that day. They were feeling good about life that day. The very moment that we got Matt Patricia, oh, they had us going to the Super Bowl by year 2 or 3. They had us turning the whole table around and becoming a dynasty. This is ESPN writers. Now we get a bunch of coaches who are former players, and now all of a sudden the future is dead. It was so alive under Patricia. Hell, even at the Patricia's second year, you want to know what ESPN writers were saying? I'm going to let you get there. Just watch me. They were so excited that they were saying that, look at all the coaches who turned it around in year 3. And these guys did it. And that's where teams turn it around. And that's what set me off in the first place, because I'm sick of this damn 3-year thing. But stay with me. Stay with me. We're ranked 31st based on future projection. 31st. So why was we rated so high under Matt Patricia? What is it that Dan Campbell does not have that Matt Patricia did? You see, this is where I have to ask the questions. This is why I got to ask. Everybody writes things. Everybody puts things out there on paper, and they expect for nobody to question them. They expect for nobody to point it out. They expect for nobody to say anything about it. But what are you really saying when you write an article like that? Because when you write an article like that, what you are essentially saying is the opposite of what many people see. Tell me, what is it that Matt Patricia had ESPN that Dan Campbell don't? Oh, you want to tell me he had experience? Okay. You want to tell me that he was with Bill Belichick? Okay, because I can make the argument that most people who was with Bill Belichick just don't do well. What is it, ESPN? Is this probably why you're no longer the world leader in sports? Is this why people like Fox Sports can step in the game and why NFL Network can just do their own football thing because nobody cares to watch you? Is this why TV shows like Undisputed and First Take is doing better than all of your shows? Is this why? Is it because you just can't seem to have a simple, damn consistent view on one thing, just one thing? I'm not asking for you to be special. I'm not asking for you to go above and beyond. I'm not even asking for you to give us the benefit of the doubt. But damn it, help me understand, what is the Lions lacking under Dan Campbell that they had under Patricia? Because see, according to ESPN, we were going to be a Super Bowl team in about 2 to 3 years. Now we got a bleak future. And nobody can tell me what it is. Nobody can explain to me why it's so bleak. ESPN just put an article out there and they wanted me to bite. Well, damn it, you put the right bait out there because I bit hook, line, and sinker, and I'm here for it today. I got time for it today. Because when you tell me all these other things and I make the argument to say, let's be 100% honest and fair and unbiased, you wonder why I tell people to put things in perspective, because you can change your life if you put it in the right perspective. People get so caught up if the glass is half full or half empty, rather than the fact that there's something in the damn glass. Why can't these other media outlets just see that there's something in the glass? It makes me wonder, because in that same article, they were talking about like, hey, you know, there were other candidates who were highly why? Because you rated them higher? Because you're so good at that. Because people come to you to get their general managers and their head coaches. Yeah, that's what you do. So again, ESPN, somebody in the chat, maybe you agree with ESPN. How in the hell do you rank future? How you rank it? Give me the formula. I gotta practice this. I mean, damn. At this point, everybody, let's change it. Let's flip it back. Bring it back a little bit, Luke. Bring it back a little bit, Luke. So this is what happened when I'm gone too damn long. I had to hold too much inside. Bring it back a little bit, Luke. Let's say, I don't know, you're a parent and you got your first kid, and everybody always have big dreams for their first kid, you know, doctor, lawyer, you know, stuff like that, right? And then, or even a baseball player or golf player or something, right? There's always some type of thing where people have big hopes, right? Now, stay with me for this logic for a second. Just stay with me just a little bit. So now we sitting up here, and we already know that we always have big hopes. But how in the hell do you rank the future of that? Because the only thing you know is going toward that future is I'm going to do everything in my power to make the future the present, so that way it can be the way I want. But no, not you, ESPN. You're a special kind of stupid. Yes, you're the kind of stupid that you can only find in assholes and douchebags. That's what you are. You don't even take the energy to really even look at what you write. You don't take the time to even go through and fully examine it. And then you go and you look at everybody else's opinion, and then you come back and you write your article where everybody else say they suck. I'm going to do it. How about you just decide to be the oddball out of the bunch. Because I'm still trying to figure out how I rank my future. I want somebody to explain it to me. Help me understand what am I doing. This is ridiculous. It's stupid. And then they'll be the same ones, the minute the Lions start winning, they'll be the same ones to write articles saying, we always knew they had a minimum with the potential for this and the potential for that. Stop playing with me. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You come out, and I'm not even mad because you said we're going to be dead last. I'm mad because I can't follow stupid. You ranked us 31st in the future? What the hell is this? The Minority Report? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then guess what I did? Guess what I did? I sent a message to the writer. Oh yeah, I sent quite a few. Hey, yeah, can you come on the show? Nothing. Hey, I got some questions about this ranking you did. Can you nothing? Okay, you know what? At this point, I'm just getting frustrated. Let me ask you a question. How do you rank the future? Nothing. See, the difference between me and other people is I'm willing to give you a chance to state your case towards your stupid. I mean, this is ridiculous. Shout out to my man, Marcel Edwards. He said, dang, Luke, I thought you did your research. I'm disappointed in you. Clearly, you didn't know they hired Miss Cleo. They hired some goddamn body. I mean, who in the hell did they hire? Where did they get the time machine from? Who is the guy who traveled to the future and saw that it's gotten real? Who's that guy? I got people talking. I'm literally here trying to make sense of this. I read that thing at least 7 times, people. I'm not even. I really was trying to make sense of it. I'm like, oh, okay. Go and read that article and tell me it don't sound like he just went and literally cut and paste his opinion from a bunch of different people's articles. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I've lost my mind. Here go my favorite. The only team worse than us are the Texans. Huh? Now, guess what I found from ESPN? I found an article that said we was going to be having the first overall pick. Now, all of a sudden, the Texans are worse. Now, I'm going to be fair. Maybe they got more information. Maybe they got enough information to change their minds. Maybe, just a little bit. Maybe they had a eye-opening moment to stop the stupid. Then they snorted a few lines and went back to being dumb. I don't know what the case is, but I can tell you to sit there and attempt to rank a team based on future is ridiculous. It's about as stupid as what Pro Football Focus do when they try to rank people. How do you come up? This is even dumber, though, because this is future. This ain't present. And I know people are going to say, well, usually people do rank towards the future. No. You're not. They weren't talking about like near future. They weren't talking about like in a year. They was talking about like long term. They were talking about like 3-4 years from now. That's what they was talking about. They wasn't saying like, yeah, this season. No. They were talking way down the line. Way down the line. And I'm still trying to make sense of it. Which is making me stupid. And it's worse because when you are trying to make sense of stupid and become stupid, who in the hell can respect that stupid? Now, Lion King said we have to earn respect on the field. We have not in decades, bro. Okay. Lion King, I'm going to bite, right? Stay with me, Lion King. I'm going to bite. What respect did the Jacksonville Jaguars earn to be ahead of us? I'll wait. What respect did the Jets earn to be ahead of us? I'll wait. They were picking ahead of us. What respect did the Bengals earn with Zach Taylor at head coach? We're talking respect, though, right? See, there's a difference between respect and a pure, unadulterated, disrespectful bias in lazy journalism. There's a difference. This is just lazy. It's easy to dump on this team because you feel like, oh, who's going to challenge me on it? But how are all these other teams who was picking the head of the Lions all of a sudden get respect? So Robert Sala's the difference? If we had Robert Saleh, would we have been rated higher? Would that have been the answer? Maybe if we brought in Urban Meyer, we would have got more respect. Yeah, that would have did it. Where's the respect we talking about? I don't understand it. This ain't a respect issue. This ain't no, oh, we got to earn respect. This is a blatant, I need to write something or I'm going to get in trouble. Here it is. That's what that is. It's lazy journalism. That's what it is. I mean, you're right. Zach Wright. I should have told him I was a Chief fan. Then they'd have agreed to come on. Like, come on. I don't understand this. This is not normal. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. You know what I find funny? Because I want to switch gears a little bit. Because I think that there's something that Lions fans and the media can learn from the Bucs. Now, I'm going to have a little fun with this, people. If you are a little behind, maybe you're not a basketball fan, maybe you was born yesterday, I don't know what the case is, but the Bucs are the NBA's champion, right? Now, watch this. I know somebody's going to lie on this. I'm okay. I'm prepared for it, but watch this. People in the chat, who had the Bucs being the NBA champions before the season started? I will wait. Go ahead. I know somebody gonna come in here and lie. That's the first question. Who had the Bucs as the champions before this? Tell me the media outlet that had the Bucs as the champions. In fact, most articles that I saw literally had the Lakers versus Brooklyn. Right? Now you may be saying, Luke, why are you talking basketball? This is a football show. Because it's all relevant. And I'm going to bring it home in a real few quick seconds. Who had the Bucs beating all these teams to be the champions before the season ever started? In fact, what are people writing articles that the Bucs are the team to beat? I'll wait. Everybody had the Lakers. LeBron James, Anthony Davis. They had the Brooklyn Nets. Nobody had the Bucs. I want y'all to pay attention to how this works. I want you to pay attention to this point. Predator Keenan says you got a point, but the Bucs is only got there because the Nets were injured and Trae Young got hurt. That's fine. Whatever the reason is, that's fine. Nobody had that in the beginning, which brings me to that point, how you rank the future. But what I want you to understand is watch how media works. Go and Google Milwaukee Bucks. Watch how many media people now claim that they had this right all along. Watch. See how. Matter of fact, here, who had the Bucks going against the Suns before the season started in the NBA Finals? I'll wait. What can fans learn from this? Media is about as clueless as we are. And the worst part about it is they're even more clueless because they can't follow all these teams. They can't. There is a very small select few of people who can follow the entire NFL, the entire NBA. Very small select few. But there are way more writers than those who can follow it. It's one of the reasons why I think you need to have more team-based writers that's dedicated to it, who are genuine, passionate fans. Nobody had the damn Bucks being NBA champs before the season started. Hell, I think at one point in the season, people didn't. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you how crazy this is because I read a lot of stuff. But matter of fact, I went through and I decided to look. Even when the Bucks went up against the Suns, they had the Bucks losing. The Bucks ain't won a championship since 1971. That's 50 years. That's an NBA championship. The Lions ain't never, ever, ever, ever ever won a Super Bowl. It's 64 years that they had a championship of any sorts. Not a Super Bowl, but a championship. Stay with me. What can we learn from them? Can't nobody count the dog in the team. The team has to show up. The team has to be the one to do it. But I want you to now take it a step further. What can you learn from it as a fan? Just because a team has a history does not mean that it's defined by it. It does not mean it's going to stay the same. There were a lot of Buck fans who was afraid to believe and didn't hop on board until they got to the finals. And there was a lot of fans who were waiting for the Bucks to sink because they didn't think that they were going to beat the Suns themselves. And then there's a large group of fans who was waiting to be like, well, that's what the Bucks do. I mean, it was good while it lasted. That's what they do. That's what they do. Not a wait and see. They had to get there. And hell, it was so crazy that most fans still couldn't believe it, but they showed up because now all of a sudden they got faith. They got faith. Nobody had them there. Nobody had the Suns there. You heard the Clippers. You heard the Nets. You heard the Lakers. You never heard the Bucks. You never heard the Suns. We're not even going to play that game. But what did I realize that was different about them two teams making it? They were coached well. They weren't coached by the most popular coach. No. Well, nobody running around here talking about these were the best coaches in the NBA. Nobody was saying that. Similar to what they're saying about Dan Campbell. They were coached well. The other team was conditioning more. His coach understood situation. He understood how to move situations around, rotating people in and out. They were coached well. That's the difference. But no. We can't have a moment to respect that. That's ridiculous. Why would we do that? Come on, Luke. You clearly have lost your mind. I clearly had the Bucks going that far. Nobody had the Bucks going there. Nobody had the Suns going there. And the media wrote about everything but them until they had no choice but to write something different. That's the difference. That's what makes them different. Roar of the Lions UK says, no, Luke, that's not it. The quality media make their best guess, but there is an element of guesswork and luck. Some clickbait people, but not all. Fair enough. That article was the 100% clickbait. I just think that the media's approach to it is simply put that, hey, at the end of the day, you could put your best guess for it, but it's better to put your best guess for it with real information. You don't have enough information to give me a ranking for my future. Could you imagine me coming up being like, 2 years from now, you're going to be crap? How? When I grew up, I was going to be a thug and a gangster. Oh, those teachers were wrong. I mean, seriously, how do you rank this? And what should the Lions learn from the Bucks? Take all that noise, all that energy of them ignoring you. All that. Take it all up, bottle it up, and explode it on everybody in front of you. Leave no doubt. Leave no doubt. Let it be known to them quickly and swiftly that if you came here to get your butt beat. And if you won, I probably lost, but I guarantee you look worse. This is the mantra that's going to be pushed. They don't respect what's going on. They just don't. And I'm waiting for the moment where we can sit there and say, yeah. Because, see, the one thing I can tell you about the Bucks, none of them are talking about 50 years. Not a single one. Not today. All they know is they won. And they got a chance to witness it and be the champs. Nobody cares who was hurt. Nobody cares who was out. Nobody cares who played and did not play. What they care about is we get in the parade. We won. We're the champs. And not a single person in media had us doing it. That's what they care about. That's what you should understand as a fan. That's what the Lions is going to do. They're going to show you that I don't need to have the media talk about me. I'll make it to where they ain't going to have no choice but to talk about me. That's the difference. Now, I told y'all I'm done with rankings. I told y'all that rankings in my eyes are 100% hot garbage. But you can't do this without talking about Pro Football Focus and how Pro Football Focus apparently took another shot at it because the Lions are at the bottom in terms of a receiving core. Right? And I got to thinking, are you just looking directly at the receivers? Because most people, when you think of receiving core, you add in tight ends. You add in obviously the receivers because you don't want to miss that. So Pro Football Focus decided to talk about some things. Now, how do I know this, Lou? Because I read other people's articles who talk about it. I don't watch or understand Pro Football Focus. I just don't mess with them. But stay with me. The argument is essentially that, the 10th best tight end is TJ Hockenson. But that's not enough to help bolt or move their receiving core. Now, one of the things I remember people talking about when it came to the receiving core was we had no speed. I think I've heard that at least 100 times. We're at the speed. We're at the speed. They finally go out and get it, and now we got trash receivers. Don't understand how this works, but hey, humor me. Then I think to myself, where was all the speed at a lot of the times for the Rams? They just use a lot of their stuff on the inside, work it out, and it works out really well. But you know what? We can't see that. That's just foolish talk on our part. Now, stay with me. The worst receiving core. It's funny what you can find when you just go, click a few buttons. So I decided to take a few looks at some other teams who they gave the worst receiving core. The Tennessee Titans. Y'all remember that? They had just got A.J. Brown. And pretty much everybody said that, hey, that receiving core is not good. A.J. Brown should be a decent player, but overall the receiving core sucked. Oh, that changed swiftly. And then leave the Pro Football Focus. They go, oh, well, the reason that they did this is because of this. They're trying to now prove that they know why these things are happening. And then they come out and they do another ranking. And this time they try to give this receiving core a little bit more love, but then it starts to suck. Luke, why are you talking about this? Because nobody knows what the hell the receiving core is going to be. We haven't taken a snap. We haven't put helmets on the head with pads on the field in training camp. Why are you still writing these articles? I know times are hard, but damn it, after spending almost a year in the house because of COVID, you can't figure out how to come up with another article. It's not hard. It's not hard. We here. We have a chance to do something different. Now, I brought this up to you earlier because I thought this was intriguing. Okay? I brought this up to you earlier and talking about the good news. What's the good news you heard coming out from the Lions? And so the good news that I heard coming out of the Lions came in the form of a poll. And I thought this was shocking, right? I thought this was very shocking, but the numbers were very telling. Okay? The numbers were very telling. And basically, that thing asks, how do you grade the performance of Martha Ford Hamp? Sheila Ford Hamp. How do you grade that? That's the question. Right? And so I'm like, okay. So here's the results. Okay? Here's the results. I want y'all to pay close attention to this. This is some very interesting stuff. 58% love what she's doing. 34% is like, okay, I see her. 6% is like, 1% was like, I hate it. And 1% was like, this is trash. That's out of 2,087 votes. So, Luke, how do you accept this as good news? The fact that she's already above 50% is impressive. This is somebody who many people said she's nothing but another Ford. You remember those conversations that, she's still a Ford. Even though I kept telling people she's doing everything different, she's still a Ford. And the thing I'm most impressed with is this. If you take the A and the B people who voted, that's a huge chunk of the votes of people who have faith. That's a lot of votes right there. That's 19. What is that? 19. Basically, that's almost basically 2,000, but it's basically like 1910 or 1920, something like that. I'm drawing a blank. I ain't finna do no quick math in my head. I'm tired of doing that. Do that work a lot. Leave it alone. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, even if you took the math people, which is that 6% at the C grade, and you added that to the 1% for D and 1% for F, which those 17 people who said F, God, it must suck living in a world, following a team, living, breathing, sniffing a team that you just don't like. Why even be a fan? Why? Just go find something to do, like video games or plant flowers or something else. But understand, this is the most good news I've seen so far. It's the most. Let me hear some of these comments. I'm getting a little bit behind. Are you going to tell me that Amendola is a world beater? Better offensive line, better rushing attack, Pro Bowl tight end. The wide receivers are going to be okay, more than okay. Agree. Lions few years, it's about the Lions not having team speed. And now this year, the Lions don't have the talent. That's all I kept hearing. They don't got no speed. Get speed now. They don't got no talent. It's ridiculous. Nobody believes in us. The media have been full of, you ain't got to tell me. I know. The Lions have least talent. I don't think that's controversial. But what they do have is the chance to pay much bigger than the sum of their parts through great coaching. I mean, to me, I'm not even sure if I'm on the boat of necessarily less talent per se. Because I don't know if I want to say that they have less talent. Like, what is less talent? Who had the Giants beating New England when they was going 0-16 and dropping 50 on everybody? Show of hands, because mine's not up. Mine's is not up. It's not a talent issue. I do think you're right about the coaching part, but I don't think it's a talent issue. I think this is more so a matter of better coaching. The talent looked bad last year because of poor coaching. Before poor coaching came into it, Tracy Walker was on his way to being somebody important. Like, seriously. So, I don't know if I could put it off and say that it's that, but it is what it is. It says, when a woman comes in and brings others together in a positive way, like Sheila, many men can't understand how she made it all happen. That's a very good point. Yes, I like Woodward from ESPN. Woodward, he said, what did he say? He said, I don't think he had anything to do with that ESPN article. I didn't see his name on it. I didn't see his name on it at all. She's doing a great job so far. I was saying that too, that she has another that she was another Ford. A lot of people were telling me that she's not but another Ford. It says she's listening and she's learning. Facts. That 1% has probably boy stop. The culture change with the Lions is already there clearly and is for the better. 100%. Must be Joique Bell in that 1%. I mean, he got them going 3-14, I think, and it's way too early. And then he changed it to 5 wins. So he did bump it up to 5 wins, but I don't even know how we match our win total. But you believe we got better coaching. Let me see. Okay, maybe a slight downgrade at quarterback. Yeah, but I'll say this to my grave. Troy Aikman wasn't no good quarterback to be in the Hall of Fame. He was meh. Meh. He wasn't nothing special. But he had a supporting cast, and it made things better. Let's see. I would give her an A. Many men would be in their feelings, and others if the Lions have a winning record. I know. Some people are praying. Some people are actually praying that the Lions suck so they can be right. Praying for it. They're praying that certain rookies suck so they can be right. Just ridiculous. You can think the team would do badly and still think we're headed in the right direction for what it's worth. See, I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think so. If you think the team is going to do bad, but then tell me we're heading in the right direction, I have a hard time computing that for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Right? If you was getting ready to start a business and you like, hey, I know that this business I'm finna start, it sucks. It's gonna be dumb, but we're doing the right thing. Nobody does that. You go into it automatically with the idea that you're going into it to be better or you have a strong idea. And that's how I view this thing with the football. If I don't believe, I believe we're heading in the right direction, and I think we're going to be good because of it. Because I think that the singular reason that we sucked was because of Patricia. His poor coaching staffs. His poor decision as a head coach. I think that's why we sucked. Now, if I believe that the coaching staff is more improved and the front office is more improved, then clearly, if everything else improved, and my only belief was that we were sucking because of that guy, clearly I got to believe we're going to do better. I don't think we're going to be bad, but I do get what you're saying. I just don't subscribe to that because when you straddle the fence, you can't do it. I remember Kanye West had this speech. And yeah, I gotta go Kanye West. I feel like Steve watching. So I know, but I feel like I remember when Kanye West had this speech when he was like, everybody told me don't do this, don't do that, and if I do, it's gonna be like this, and you're gonna see what happened. And then he stops for a minute and he said, well, I guess I'll never know. In other words, I'm not saying that, we're not going to have a good season or we're not going to do this. I'm looking at it and saying there's improvements that are more significant than having all the talent in the world. Because as you've seen in the NBA Finals, those were the two most talented teams in the NBA. They just wasn't. And when you look at the Super Bowls, a lot of times the most talented teams are not making the Super Bowls. But I do pick up what you're putting down. I don't like the hypothetical trade, aka let me get to that since you brought it up. You brought it up. I was trying to stay away from it, but you brought it up. Okay. Let's keep it 100. It says I think we can be better this year, but going hard in free agent. But if you want to be good in the year to come, you hold back and develop young talent. See Pistons. That's a good observation there. I mean, how the hell am I argue with that? Good point. But I think you can still develop a team and be better. Why did the Rams go from 4-12 to 11-5? Why did the Green Bay Packers go from 6-9-1 to 13-3? Don't tell me it's all Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it and say, like, okay, what we doing here? But BD Buster took me there. So apparently 97.1 the ticket had a bright idea. They suggested that because Cam Akers is out for the season, that the Lions should call up and see if they can get a second or third round pick for Jamal Williams. Okay. All right. My first thought was, would I do it? That was the first thought. I mean, I'm just thinking, would I do it? So I just had to do some research because I believe that decisions should be made based on informed information. So if you're wondering, that's one Mr. Jamal Williams, and this is over the cap. And I'm just curious on what would happen. I don't know. Say we actually trade him for a second. So you mean to tell me we take a $3.25 million hit to trade him to the Rams? I said, nope, not doing it. Then I thought to myself, why would you make that move unless you were attempting to tank? You see, we watch teams do this. We watched the Jacksonville Jaguars do it and still not do it right, but attempt to do it in a way that makes sense, right? And we watched this happen a few times. And so I said to myself, why am I going to take this kind of cap hit, right? And then I said, Luke, let's think about this a little bit more objectively. So I went back and I said, well, what does the Lions cap look like? And then I saw that the Lions cap was about $17 million. And I said, so you sign a guy to get rid of him for a draft pick. And then I said, well, who are all the running backs behind him? And I got to be honest, the only way you make this move if you believe you're a loser. It's the only way it makes sense. If you believe that no matter what, we're a loser, let's pull the trigger on this. Then pull the trigger on it. But I can tell you one thing with your loser. He brings a certain level of intangibles to the team that you can get at the very least to help build and change this culture. I think it's more detrimental to the team to trade him because at this point, he's out here singing his praises about the coaching staff, singing his praises about the city, singing the praises about the team, the ownership, the teammates and everything, and then they go out and trade him for a draft pick. Why are you wasting my time is what he's going to be thinking. And other people who are praising the Lion, who heard that call from Dan Campbell are going to be thinking the same thing. Why would I go there when they can give me a long-term deal and swiftly trade me for a draft pick? This doesn't make sense, people. There's no logic behind this move. Okay? To suggest that, would I do it? No. The money tells me I can't. The money tells me I can't. The money right here, it makes it clear to me that to do that is stupid. I literally don't really gain anything. I don't gain anything. You want to get rid of him next year? Okay, cool. At least you gain something. He counts for 0.8% of your cap. Not even 1%. What are you trading him for? Oh, but think about it, Luke. That get a young dude that we drafted in the 7th round. What's his name? Jamar Jefferson. That give him a chance. But you're losing a leader. You're losing a personality that has the voice and the ears of the team. To do what? To get a 2nd round pick and do what? That sends a message that you don't want them to do. And it opens up a door that don't need to be open. You only make that move. You only make that move if you're a loser. Lion King, what sports is realistic on our team? I agree with Drake Bell. Okay. Agree with him. We're going to be 3-14. We're going to be worse than the Texans. We're going to be worse than all these other teams. Got it. Agree with him. I'm never going to tell you don't agree with somebody. You want to agree with him, agree with him. See, the thing is, people can say what they want. Do it age well. That's the key part. Do it age well. Like I had this bright idea one time when I was a kid that I can build a ramp and I was going to use the ramp to jump my bike on top of my garage and land it. The same way I seen the pros who put in hours upon hours upon hours of practice. I'm going to do the same thing. All I needed was the ramp. Didn't understand ramp angles or nothing. Rolled my bike from one driveway to the next driveway, hit the ramp, and went right into the garage. Now, in my head, I agreed with what they were doing. But my body, after that damn crash, said, you a fool. See, it didn't age well. You can agree with them, but it got to age well. That trade makes no sense. The Lions been a bad team because what? You what? If Drake Bell was on this team, you think Drake Bell is sitting there telling they going 3-13? Well, he can't say that. He on the team. I know. They act like you're still on the team. Just putting it out there. I mean, right. You look, whoever said we need to trade Jamal is crazy, and then you will lose the entire staff. You would. Because it doesn't make sense for you to bring people in to turn around and trade them for capital. And if the running back position was such a position that you feel so strong about, why are you going to get them in free agency in the first place? We could have used that money on something else. Like, I don't know, a damn safety. Maybe that would have been a better buy. I don't know. Zach J says trading him hurts you three ways. You lose a good player. The most likely hurts your first round pick, draft position, and the cap. I can't make this stuff up. Anthony Lynn uses all his running backs. Jefferson would get the touches. So next. Yeah, he's gonna use every single one of them, and that's why I said once you're gonna need a bunch of them because I think he's gonna have a lot of games where we pass a lot, but it's gonna be some games where it's just gonna be run again. Shout out to Roar the Lions UK. If y'all ain't been following them, I don't know what y'all been doing. They are featured on my channel. I mean, you got to go over there and listen to what they're talking about. They always doing something spectacular, and it's always so far out the box and so different from what everybody else is speaking on. If you ain't subscribed to them yet, go on and look at my description. It's linked down there. Go and subscribe. Have some fun. Get a different perspective. It's wild that people say that the Lions are going 3-14, but they don't acknowledge that Campbell is the head coach, and it's definitely not letting the Lions go anywhere below 6 wins. If people just said the Lions winning 6 games, you're never going to hear me yell at them. At least because the history tells me that you, majority of the time, your record increases with a new head coach and a good coaching staff. So if they believe that we go from 5 to 6, that's still an increase. I can't kill them on that. How we go from 5 wins to 3 is baffling. Baffling. I can't begin to understand. I don't even know why. So, I mean, got to put it there. I'm going to get to my last topic, then, take y'all questions. I saw this question come up, and it was on Proud of Detroit, and I just thought, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Here's a question. What factors could derail the Lions' future growth? See, they had to ask this question because ESPN, those guys, they predicted us to suck. They ranked us bad for future, right? But they asked, what can derail their future growth? And I kind of added a little bit of a caveat. You cannot say injuries and poor drafting. You cannot say injuries or poor drafting. You in the chat, talk to me. What do you see that can ruin the Lions' future growth? What's the one thing that can ruin the Lions' future growth? Because I got 4 things that I came up with. And the first one is committing long-term to the wrong quarterback. Now, I don't believe quarterbacks win games, but what I mean by that is this. If Jared Goff proves after year 1 or 2, preferably 2, that he's not the right quarterback, you cannot commit longer to him. You can't. You got to find a way to move on from it. The second thing that I looked at and I said, okay, what can ruin their future thing is for this coaching staff to get pilfered before we even have a chance to let it mold together. The third thing that jumped out to me on what can ruin this future growth is to have people in the front office get in their own damn way. Now, Luke, what does that mean? That means people who start to do things like Bob Quin did. You got a scouting team who want Isaiah Simmons, a head coach who want Derek Brown, and you say, I'm the general manager. My name on it, Jeff Okuda. We can't have that. You can't have that. Roar of the Lions UK says, how do we get less wins than Nick Sirianni and the Eagles? Fuck, man. Listen, I mean, they earn their respect. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Next topic. If he would get looks at safety. If he gets looks at safety, then good. I always thought he was a safety, but then again, I also think that Jeff Okuda is a safety. And they're going to give him a shot again at cornerback, but if it don't pan out, then I think he would be a phenomenal safety. I'm just telling you. Quandre Diggs was okay at cornerback. At safety, he was beautiful, right? And it's a host of other players who did that same thing and made that transition, and it worked out for him. So, yeah, I can see it happening. But I mean, listen, let's get more in depth a little bit. Give me some factors that you think can derail their stuff. Players not buying in is a big one. But we both know that players are sold in this one, Matthew. We know that they're sold. There ain't no jokes, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're sold. I think the quarterback position is very important. Players not buying in. They already bought in. Maybe losing staff. That's one of my big ones. They got to keep the talent coming through. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. But we can't say poor draft. See, I know the usual suspect answers. You know, I know the usual suspect. That's why I took injuries and poor draft out. What are factors that can ruin their future? The most important one is the way that the Lions develop their younger players. Now we're talking Predator Kingdom. This is something they haven't done right since the early 90s. And that's huge. That's one of the factors that I had on my list too, where it's like, look, are you not developing the talent that you got here? How do you make them better? How do you get them to believe in they the shit in the urine? How do you do this? Hockenson leaving us in a couple years. If Hockenson leave us in a couple years, it's still one of the factors like that in terms of the future growth. And the reason I say that is because as good of a tight end that he is, I'm just going to tell you right off the gate that good coaching can replace that problem. Unnecessary trades. I admit I was wrong about the Everson Griffin trade. Listen. Unnecessary trades is a huge one. I still hated that damn trade. I thought it was stupid and just useless. And I'm like, we're not going to get anything out of that deal. I got called all type of crazy, and I'm used to it. It is what it is. Tokyo, what makes you think Hawkins leaving us? He might resign. Let's see. I want these factors. Signing unneeded free agents. That's a huge one. And we know Lions fans love receivers. I don't need you to go sign them all. I know we want names, but it's not going to work. Nick Sirianni has a system in place. Craig Bevins, I know that some stuff going to take them look like a-holes once I'm going to the playoff. A lot of people would be losing their jobs. It is what it is. Why do we have less wins than the Jets? What have they done lately? Nothing. Shaking my head. Must be nice to have the New York market. Must be. Jimbo G says, Roar of the Lions UK. Salute to you. Let me see. Not being smart with cap space. That's another factor that can ruin it. Because there's the little things that we don't look at. You know, you're going out giving huge contracts to players who shouldn't have them. That's a bad thing. The beauty of the front office, coaching staff, and collaborative approach is that we won't see a Quin Treacher situation, not with this group. And that's an important one. We cannot see it. It cannot happen. You cannot. Players' wives causing mayhem, sleeping with other teams. Man, stop that noise. That's a rumor, man. I just think when you look at the factors, if you can figure out those factors and come up with a multitude of factors, ask yourself, do you see the Lions making those mistakes? And let's say you come up with 10 factors, right? I came up with 4. You come up with 10 factors, and somehow you see them making 2 of those factors like, oh, these are 2 mistakes they're going to make. They're probably in good shape. I think this is the part of the show where I will take y'all questions because I thought they was gonna tag me. I saw my phone light up. I was like, come on, man, please don't call me right now. Do you believe Perryman is better than he was when he was in Baltimore? He's back with Randall L. Who he's balled out for in Tampa. You know what? Honestly, I think Perryman is going to follow his dad's footsteps. He's going to give you similar numbers. He's not going to give you 1,000 yards receiving, but he'll give you 600. He may give you more than 600. But his job is to make you back the hell up. Like, I never forget this, right? I never forget this. Kevin Hart hired this. He hired this bodyguard, right? And he said that he was literally at a shoe store, and this guy was so big that he was the size of the counter. And so he looked at me. He said, hey, man, listen, quit your job and come be my bodyguard. And the guy was like, oh, I don't know anything about bodyguard. And Kevin Hart's words to him was simple. I don't give a damn. You so big, all you got to do is put sunglasses on and be quiet. Who gonna mess with you? And so the guy became his bodyguard. He never knew nothing about bodyguarding. He never knew anything about how it worked. What he knew was the appearance was there. And that's kind of how I look at it's kind of how I look at the same situations when it comes to Perryman. He just needs to make sure if you don't respect me, make that mistake if you want to, I'm going to beat you over the top and make you pay. So that's all it is. And I think that's where it gets a little bit different. So let me see. All right, let me see. So let me see. I'm gonna get down here get to this part because I want to make sure I hit on y'all questions and stuff before I bounce up out of here. All right, let me see. Hold on, let me get. Dang, this thing is moving a little bit too quick. All right, here we go. Luke, I was wrong about Everton Griffin trade. I just ain't want to spend no money on him. Signing a player that don't want to be here is one. Yeah, that is a factor. You can't sign players who's not ready to be here and be a part of the process. No more paychecks are just getting handed out here. That's what the word turd that was used by the head coach meant. Fans need to stop with the same old Lions and Kool-Aid BS. Fans need to stop with the same old Lions and Kool-Aid BS. Yeah, fans need to chill out with it. But the Kool-Aid sometimes tastes good, and I can't turn down good Kool-Aid. Why would I do that? Okay, I wouldn't do that. The Ronin 999 says derailed Lions front office overreacts. Recall Dorsey derailing the idea to trade up for Levy. Listen. If I honestly believe if Dorsey wasn't in that front office, we trade up for Sewell and we trade up for Anzarike. Oh, did I say that right? I feel like I said that right. If I said that right, y'all let me know. I get excited when I get names right. But you're right. If for some reason he can't find a way to be more patient and let it fall to him, then we got a problem. Stay away from injury-prone players or players coming off of a big injury. I mean, that's kind of a hard one because in football, I've seen some healthy people get hurt for no reason. It just happens. Staff member leaving for head coaching jobs, that scares me a little bit. I don't understand how Lions will win only 3 games, but last year they won 5 games with a garbage of a defense. And on paper, to me, this year, this team is much better. Oh, I'm going to show you how garbage our defense was. The NFL has a very long history. Do you know where that Lions defense from last year ranked in that long history of defense in terms of points given up? Watch this. This is to everybody in the chat. Okay, I'm probably gonna skip some of y'all stuff because I want to see y'all comments. Can y'all just tell me where do y'all think the Lions defense from 2020 ranked in NFL history? Woo, let's get it. What do y'all think they rank? Do y'all think they in the top 5, top 10? What do they rank at? We got Les from the Ronin 999. Okay. Anybody else? I want some guesses out here. What do y'all think this defense from 2020 ranked? Because I think when you find out what it is, it's going to shock you. So let's see. Second worst. Okay. Third worst. Okay. Fifth worst. Second worst. Okay. All right. All right. Now, somebody got the answer right, and I'm going to put it on the screen in a minute. 20th ranked. Okay, here it is. Here's where they are ranked at right now from 2020. Here's where they ranked at right now for 2020. You see that? They had the 3rd worst defense. The only 2 defenses were worse than them were a team that was in 1971 and a team in 1961. They had the 3rd worst defense. They were only ahead of a few teams. You want to know who number 4 was? Y'all want to know who number 4 was? Just guess. Just take a wild guess. Who was number 4 and 5 behind the Lions in the NFL history of worst defenses giving up points? Think long and hard. Who was number 4 and 5? I want y'all to see this logic because this is beautiful if you just know the history. Where do you think they was rated? We got Cowboys. Man, that's a pretty damn good guess. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. Okay. Let me see. Oh, and the answer pops up right there. Wait, that's not it. Here go the answer. Number 4 is the 2008 Lions. You mean to tell me we had a defense that's worse than a team that went 0-16? They was worse than the 3rd ranked team Now, all of a sudden, we get a new coaching staff, new talent, new dreams, new everything, and we gonna get 3 wins? Come on, man. come on, man. We all of a sudden, everything else feels and looks and believes to be better. Team won 5 games with the 3rd worst defense in NFL history. Yet somehow we got rid of the guy who orchestrated that, and we getting 3 wins. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm just asking the questions. So yes, a lot of times for me, when I sit there and I see things and I hear it don't line up with the logic that people are putting out there. The Lions are the 3rd worst defense. And they the only defense that's 3-4 in the modern era to be that damn bad. Shameful as it is. It's shameful. But nope, we're too conditioned. We're too conditioned to the fact to say that, you know what, we didn't get better. So come on. The Rona 999 says, I forgot the question. It happens. New England probably during the Super Bowl era. Listen, we are 3-4. We got 2 teams in the top 5. We almost made 3 teams in the top 5, but you know somebody was worse than us. But 3-4 is the Detroit Lions, all time. All time. Motor City Sports, yo, what up, dude? Jimbo G said that's very terrible. It is, but somehow we just gonna they just automatically look at what happened was so historical. It was so historical. They somehow believe we're going to repeat that. Come on, bro. I'm not buying that. My man SpeakEZ in the building. Luke, Easy, what's going on, bro? I don't know if you see. Did you respond back to me? You know when I get into a show, I don't be reading, bro. Let me see. Oh, okay. He was working. You want to hop in for a few minutes, Easy? You want to hop in for a few? I got you. Say the word, bro. And say the word. I'm gonna get you up in here. I be missing my DSA family. We all working. We all doing something. We all having life changes. We having kids, getting married, buying houses. It's all type of stuff. Graduating from. I mean, just nothing but good news across good news. Some of us are getting more developed outside of the DSA. It's beautiful, and I could not be more proud and more happy of the people in the DSA for what they're doing. So, shout out to them. Let me see. Say the word. Say the word. Say the word. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the link. I'll give you a few minutes so I can answer some more questions and see if you want to join me for a few. Let me see. He gave me the evil face emoji. I still love you. That's okay. Okay. All right, people. Let me see what other questions we got in the building. Let me see. It says just stuck on stupid Dr. Phil voice. Yeah, it happens. Let me see. Quin was worse than Millen. Yes. Yes. We tried to do it the Patriot way. It didn't work. And the only reason I think Millen sucked is because I hate to say this. I think Millen sucked because the front office was terrible. That's what it was. He says, I'm in the car. Hop in for a minute. Or as you say, tap in. Or you can tap out, I hear you do that quite often. I'm just playing. Let me stop before he go in. Millen didn't pretend to know what the hell he was doing. Not even close. Motor City Sports says, Luke, I want to see you on Woodward Sports. It's coming up soon. I'm working on things so I can unleash myself so that my employment won't be hinged upon certain things. And the moment I get that part squared away, it's going down. Easy. What's going on, brother?
What up, though, man? How you been?
Hey, man, listen. I'm here, man. I've been. You see, I had to deal with that water in the basement. You see, I had to deal with that. That was fun. Oh, people, make sure you read the fine print on your insurance, because from what my insurance told me, if it looks like it's sewage water, then that's sewage water, not flood water, and therefore they don't cover it. Here's to you, F you, insurance company. Easy, easy, bro. I got questions for you really quick because I know you driving, and you probably be driving through all kind of dead zones and stuff. But I gotta ask you this question. All right, first things first. What the hell wrong with ESPN, bro?
What happened now?
So you know they had us. They got us ranked like second worst future projections. I don't even know how you rank the future.
How can that even be when we have multiple first round picks?
Listen. This is ESPN. This is what they're saying. All right, to even attempt.
They're lazy, man. It's lazy.
100%. It's 100%.
Lazy. And that's why they're losing. That's why they're losing to markets like Barstool Sports. Hopefully now DSA and Woodward Sports, because they're just lazy, man. It's like they thought we could just have a big name and control the narrative, and that's just not the truth. Like, that's just lazy ass journalism.
And when I go off, I'm considered a maniac because why would I be going off on lazy journalism? I'm like, y'all literally cookie cutter a bunch of stuff together and say, yep, they're gonna suck. Everybody else said it. Who else want to question me? Shout out to you, Jimbo G. He says, Luke, how are you and the family doing? You missed that question. I never missed that question. I always appreciate that you do that. And whether you know it or not, it's an important question that I wish that we do more often just to check on it. I'm doing good. I hope your family is doing well. And the family is doing good. I hate that I had to toss a lot of stuff out, but you know what? That was probably the universe way of telling me I ain't need it.
What was the most heartbreaking thing that I get rid of?
My PS4.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the PS4 is my spirit died with it. But you know what though? Ironically, I lucked up because I had just put my PS5 up because my son was acting a fool, and he decided that while mommy and daddy was asleep, that he was going to sneak and play some PS5. So I said, I'm gonna put this damn thing up, and the PS4 was left out. So yeah, sorry, now it just barely missed the TV, barely.
That's crazy, man.
It happens.
Is it still down there? Is it all gone? Like, how do you even get rid of it?
It's gone. Oh, you pay a company. You got to pay a company to come and suck all the water out and do what they clean and stuff, and then you start tossing stuff in the garbage. That's all you can do. Yeah, it sucks. I think it was like 2 to 3 inches or something like that of water. So it says Luke off.
My bad.
Huh? You said what now?
I'll ask you all this. After the show.
Oh, okay. It says Luke off topic. So how bad will the Akers injury hurt the Rams? Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. That's the same thing.
Not bad at all. I mean, listen, it's not like they just lost the world's 1,500-yard rusher. Listen, first of all, Akers is a good player, but I'm not that super impressed with him. And Easy pointed this out before I even had a chance to do it, which is his numbers aren't that different from Henderson. So I think they should be okay. They're gonna want to add another complimentary running back though, but I think they'll be okay. It says, "What up, though?" Say what now?
Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I say what happens. I feel like with like the Akers situations, like dudes get a big name or buzz off of fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? And people all of a sudden like relate that to like their value on the field, and that's just not the situation with Akers, in my opinion.
I mean, like I said, it's something that I don't think people look at and just figure like, oh, it's over for him. I mean, I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought the moment that McVay got Stafford, he wasn't planning on running the ball no damn way. So Stafford's gonna be in the same situation. I always did love Marcus Robinson's picture where it says, "Slow down and enjoy the fun." He says, "What up, though, Luke? I like how they sleeping on the Lions. We are about to pop these squads like Virg."
You said what?
I like it. He said he about to pop these squads like virgins. Okay. He went there.
Oh, you nasty.
Marcel Edwards, Luke, I got this question correct. Can I get my question answered above as a prize? Wait a minute. Did I miss your question? How did I miss it? I'm sorry. Did I miss it? Where is it at? I'm going to go back and find it. Let me see. I hope I ain't missed nothing. Now, let me ask you this, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's been how can I put this? Oh, here you go. It says, here's one, Luke. Do you know what's the worst record a top 10 offensive line ever got? Oh, that's a good question. I've only seen top 5, and all I see is over 500 records. We're projected top 10, except by the BSPN. Except by the. So you essentially are saying that top 10 offensive lines are above 500. Okay.
I mean, it depends how you want to look at Dallas last year, because they clearly didn't go 500, but I know they were also missing a left tackle. So, I mean, that probably knocked them out the top 5.
Ooh. I mean, look, easy. That's a good point, but I think that they're gonna cautiously proceed with everything. They're not going to be trying to put too much pressure on one player one way or another. Everybody's learning. Yeah. Mr. Marcus 42. Luke, if the Rams called and said we will take Williams for rep, would you take that deal? Now, y'all know I love me some Taylor Rapp. But unfortunately, I also have a business person's mind. I can't take that cap hit to bring in Rapp. I can't. Now, I will offer them something else, but I can't take that cap hit, lose that money, and get that Rapp on me to take Taylor Rapp. And I love some Taylor Rapp, so I couldn't do it. Just the business side of me said it doesn't make sense. It's not what's best for my team. Who gets 1,000 total yards first, Swift or Williams?
Ooh,
that's a fun one right there. I mean, what you think, Easy?
Everything that's come out, I mean, we've yet to have training camp, so it's hard to like give any. I don't even want you. I don't know any quality to like this, but everything that's come out is that Williams is the favorite back of the coaching staff, and so I'm gonna have to say him. Sounds crazy. I feel crazy saying it. Validity is the word I was looking for, but I mean that's the word. So
I feel like it's Swift, and I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason I'm gonna say Swift, I think he creates more of a matchup nightmare than Williams. I think Williams would be more solid in catching it, but if I'm calling plays where I need my running back to run routes, Swift has got to be the one in.
I feel that same way. The only thing that made me go Williams was just the reports that they're big fans of Jamal Williams. But that's a really good question. It's a really good question.
It says at Luke also YouTube a sewage backflow preventer and have it put on will save you, but for sewer stuff. Yeah, what the hell is that?
That's what I was trying to think. I'm like, man, something like that has to exist. When you would tell me a company came and fixed it, it's like, damn, maybe I might just buy that type of machine.
Oh,
I don't know.
I need to go and look that up. Shit, Amazon, here I come. Yeah, listen. Thank you for the advice, Chris, because I had no clue. What the hell is a sewer backflow preventer? It wasn't even. Listen, bro. It wasn't even sewage, bro. That's the sad part. It wasn't sewage. I have a window by the basement, and I think over time the rain just beat that dirt down. It created a puddle, and it just poured through the window. So while I'm at work, when I came back to that. It wasn't no. They just didn't want to pay, so they said it was sewage because of the color.
100%, yeah, 100%. That's the color the water's gonna look like inside a basement. I don't care who fucking basement it is. There's a bunch of shit in your basement. You're not every nook and cranny and shit, you know.
Hey, I'm just saying they strategic with it. They strategic with it. But let me ask you this question right here because I saw this, or at least I heard it. Carson Anderson, 97.1 the ticket said the Lions should trade Jamal Williams for a second or third if they are willing to do it to the Rams. Would you do it? Huh?
Luke, you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Carson Anderson.
Lions should trade what?
Carson Anderson from 97.1 the ticket said that the Lions should trade Jamal Williams to the Rams if they can get a second or third, and asked, would you do it?
I want to say no, but I also want to say, yeah, there's definitely. I mean, that's a lot. I don't think anyone's gonna give up a second and third for Jamal Williams. All due respect to Jamal Williams, but like a second and a third, that's a lot of.
No. A second or a third. You get one or the other. One or the other.
I mean, shit, man. I don't think we're paying Jamal Williams that much to like be quick to get rid of him. I think he could be valuable to us if we truly plan on being competitive or want to be competitive this year. I think we're gonna need Jamal Williams. But
I agree.
I mean, yeah, it's the I don't think we're gonna be that hot this year. But if I thought we were, I'd keep him.
See, to me, that's what I said. I said the only way you make that trade is if you think you're a loser.
Yeah,
it's the only way you can make that.
And I'm sure him just as much as other people think that we're gonna end up losing. Like it's no secret around town. Like a lot of people think that's what's gonna happen, but we're okay with it because we like what we got going for the future. Fuck ESPN and their rankings. I don't care. Fuck right now.
Buff does says in a heartbeat he would trade Williams. He says I would trade Williams for a third. I just can't.
He said in a heartbeat. Who said they do it in a heartbeat?
Buffed up said he would do it in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
You don't save no money. You hurt your cap. You send a negative message to your team. No, you cannot do that. He got a 2-year. He got a 2-year deal. Let him play his 1 year, then go and get rid of him next year if you need to. But I don't see the logic behind it.
It's a bad look for us for free agents too.
Facts. That's another thing I said. That it sends the wrong message.
Buying the houses. Yeah, it's a bad look.
Steve-O says the Rams already gave us their first round pick. They ain't giving us any more picks. In a minute,
they got a third round. Shit.
I mean, listen, we would have it all. And Luke, players not getting in trouble with the ketchup bottle, which gets people in trouble in rental. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do no ketchup around here. This team mustard and relish. I'm gonna need you to start getting with the relish life over here. Start changing your game up. Get you some honey mustard around here. This is your problem. You too in love with the tomato. I don't love them tomatoes. Like Snoop said in '84. I don't love them tomatoes. True. You feel me?
Yeah,
easy.
Something like that. I remember that.
So he said something just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop said something about tomatoes. I remember that. Yeah.
You remember when Suge was like, if you don't want tomatoes all up in your video, dancing in the background. Remember he said that about the tomatoes? We don't rock with no tomatoes around here, bro.
He said come to Def Mustard Records.
Exactly. Easy. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this one more question before I bounce up out of here so I can get myself together. Listen, now I know you don't believe that we're going to be too hot this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you say you don't believe we're going to be too hot, what are you thinking record-wise? I'm just curious if I ask this question.
It depends if I'm high off that Kool-Aid, man.
Okay, I mean the Kool-Aid is good, but let's say you got the Kool-Aid in you, then give me your prediction. Then give me the prediction without the Kool-Aid.
Honestly, I think 7 wins is doable. I look at teams on the schedule like the Eagles.
Now, is that with the Kool-Aid or without the Kool-Aid?
I think this is without the Kool-Aid. I think 7 wins is doable. I mean, that's my highest expectations is 7 wins. There's teams on this schedule that aren't good. We're not great, you know what I'm saying, but I think the recipe that we have, if our offensive line comes as advertised, we got that type of offense that's gonna punch you in the mouth, and you're gonna know what we're doing, but you can't do shit about it.
Okay. Now with the Kool-Aid in your system, what you guessing?
Shit. I think I think they had me up to 8 on
look you you had him at 9, bro.
Get out of here. I ain't had him at no 9.
Yes, you did, bro. You had him at 9 and you was like, what? And I was like, bro, you got him at 9 wins. You was like, wait a minute, what did I go wrong? Let me ask you a question, because when they did their way too early, Joyce gave them 3 and 14, then he bumped it up to 5. I don't see how you stay at 5 wins when history shows that every time a new head coach came in, just about the record increased, especially in the most recent history, within that last 10-year stretch.
Joyce was on. He said we wouldn't beat the Steelers, but we beat the Browns. And then he said we split with the Bears, but they had to split in with the winning and on their home field and not on our home field on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think Joyce was, you know what I'm saying? I work with Joyce. I respect Joyce. Joyce the man. He looked out when I went out to his charity weekend. There's a lot of beautiful humans on that charity weekend. But, You know, I don't think he prepped for that episode. I feel he was just. I was just like, come on, bro.
Like, listen, I wanted him so bad. I'm like, man, if I ever get a chance to talk to him, I'm gonna be like, bruh. I know it was a way too early prediction, but come on, bruh. Come on. Even surprisingly,
it just wasn't adding up. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Some of the teams he has beaten and some teams he has losing to. Like and a lot of people who have us losing to the Bengals, I don't understand. I still like. I just don't understand that. I don't. That pisses me off. Like, how do you see that?
D. Williams says, no, Luke. They asked, would you trade Jamal Williams for a first-round pick? Then they said, would you take a second-round pick for him? They asked the question to get the audience response. I heard them ask for the first-round pick, but since a lot of people wasn't really biting, they moved it to the second. And so, but I get what you're saying. Still, nonetheless, they said second or third, and that's just garbage. I'm not. I mean, anybody offer a first, I can understand you being tempted, but you still risk losing a part of it.
In all due respect, no one's gonna offer you a first round for Jamal Williams. Second round, I really would be tempted for a second round, but it's like I'm not too look, I like what we got this year in the draft, but I can't speak for certain that we know what the hell we're doing yet because I had to see on the field.
Exactly. And if you look at what Williams is doing, he's at least one of the voices that got people feeling good about themselves. Him, Brockers, they got people feeling good about themselves. So
swaggy as hell.
But Bulgaria says insurance doesn't cover mustard and relish water either. Bruh, no, too soon.
Hey, that's why I wanted that color like damn mustard and relish you got down the motherfucker.
Hey, man, dude, too soon. Let me see. Luke, I see you ducking them ketchup questions. What ketchup questions? I told you we don't wrap no tomatoes around here. You know what I'm saying? We don't do tomatoes. All right. Where the mustard people at? That's what I'm talking about. I'd trade anybody on this roster except Hawk for a first rounder. I mean, yeah, first rounder is interesting, but I don't know. It's bigger things than that. It says, Luke, how about ketchup? Boy, I tell you, they patty today. I see.
I'm driving. What's it say?
It says, Luke, how about ketchup and OxyClean for a trade for Crosby? I mean, what am I supposed to do with the OxyClean? And I don't rap with the, what am I supposed to do with the OxyClean?
Fries though, right?
Huh?
You put ketchup on fries though, right?
I don't eat no ketchup. I put ranch on fries.
Oh man,
ranch on fries.
Got Luke scared to say he eat ketchup on fries, man. Y'all fucked up.
Listen, it's one of the things where they're trying to they're trying to get me indicted if I did know something or something happened. But I don't know nothing, so I can't nothing happen. I'm just saying. Exactly, you feel me? Luke insurance don't cover catch up either. Boy, y'all, it's in rare form today. I'm looking down right Luke, now, how bad will Akers' injury hurt the Rams? It won't. I've answered that one and see it won't hurt them at all. Honestly,
if anything, it'll hurt them because it's a running back by committee type thing. But it ain't gonna hurt them. It's not gonna be detriment. Like they'll be just as fine. I feel like without them.
I love this. The Ronin99 says, yes, Jamal is a culture setter. He is. And that's why I think you lose more for. Like that's like saying, hey, if somebody offer you 2 first-round picks for Ndamukong Suh, ever since Ndamukong Suh been gone, the defense has been terrible.
Yep. And I teased this before, but it talks to trying to get Jamal on the show eventually, but it talks with them. He's a swaggy ass dude. I feel like his energy that he brings is good for the team too, in the running back room and it's everyone really.
Yeah, right. Now you got people clowning me. This ain't Canada, bro. Ranch, yes, ranch on fries is good, bro. Stop tripping on ranch dressing. You can put ranch on everything. It's like hot sauce. I put that shit on everything. Stop hating on ranch. At Luke, ketchup and Rental, 1995. Man, what? Boy, it says at least Luke didn't say he dipped his fries in mayonnaise. What? Who does that?
There's some people who do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, fries and mayonnaise?
Bro, my brother-in-law puts mayonnaise on his fucking hot dog.
Bro, stop playing with me. What you talking about? What you talking about? What you mean?
Hey, you sound like that little boy in the that meme was that. Stop playing with me.
Man, listen, man. Pull up on me. What you talking about, bro? Seriously?
Yeah, man.
Who puts mayonnaise on a hot dog?
Bro, I thought they were fucking with me too. Yeah, it's kind of nasty to even think about, honestly.
I mean, listen, let me get it. Y'all trying to get me indicted. Y'all think y'all slick. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all fries and relish. There is certain ways you can eat fries and relish, but it's not one of my favorites. But I am team relish though, right here. Ranch on eggs. That is very delicious. Very delicious. It's good. I'm sorry. It's healthy, bro.
People in the chat today.
Oh my God, bro. I know. It says I've tried mayo on hot dogs. That's not bad. What? Bruh, that don't even make sense. Listen. What do you have for the people for the final thought, man? They got me all off topic. I'm like, all you said was mayo. Man, it ain't that big. I mean, it's kind of pretty good when you think about it. No, bro, you can't put no mayonnaise on no hot dog. What?
No, bro. I don't even oh man.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. What do you got the people for their final thought? Cause I gotta get you on for a full show so we can act the food.
Yeah,
if I gotta do one later, I'll do one later just to get you on.
We'll definitely get somebody, man. Whether it's you on my shit, me on your shit. You hit me up. I looked at the time. I was like, he hit me a half hour before the damn show.
Yeah, because
I sent you the mad face. I was like, this motherfucker.
Bro, listen, I was literally trying to send you the message and it wouldn't go through, and I thought you got it. I looked at it and said it didn't send. I was like, oh damn.
Weak ass excuse, Luke.
Wait, ketchup and mustard on the hot dog, man. Oh, and onions. Facts. Well, minus the ketchup, but we can definitely do chili, onions, and mustard. That's a classic coney, so that's delicious. I've even done pickles. Like I've done it like the New York style, where it's the pickles minus the tomato, because we don't rock with tomatoes around here. Y'all think y'all gonna catch me slipping. It says, Luke, what about barbecue sauce? It's tomato based. Not white barbecue sauce. Go and look it up. It's delicious. Ha! You thought you had me, but you didn't. I'm as smooth as oil. What you think? You think I'm dodging it really well? I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
That was pretty good. I didn't even know either of those things existed.
Exactly. See? I mean, why is everybody set tripping on ranch on eggs? It's not that bad.
No, that's nasty. Bro, you're nasty. That's almost mayo on a hot dog offensive.
He said that's nasty. I mean, bro, you're nasty. What's your final thoughts, Easy?
Man, look, today I had to refreshing my priorities this morning, man, a little bit, and remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing and who I'm doing it for, because I kind of got lost in the mix, man, and I felt like I fell off of like my craft and the things that, I guess propelled me to like where I'm at, or just like it drove me initially. So I guess just stop and find what drives you and follow it, even if it changes your career paths or has you deny like promotions or whatnot. Like you're going to do best at what drives you with your passion and your purpose.
100%. Listen, first of all, thank you for jumping in last minute. I don't know if you heard my joke when I was like, you gonna tap in? Because I hear you tap out a lot.
Come on now, I'm the champ around here.
I know you as tough as they come, man. No doubt. First of all, again, shout out to Roar of the Lions UK. If you have not subscribed to them, please do so. I don't know what you're doing. I enjoy everything they do because it's such a fresh perspective that's not tainted by terrible media and flawed thinkers. So you want to have a good time and enjoy a good show, check out Roar of the Lions. Also, congratulations to Detroit Drew again. I don't think he understands how hype life gets when you a parent. Like, yeah. Like the littlest thing they do have you feeling like the world is not as bad as it could be.
Bro, right? Changed my life, man. Saved my life, for
real. Really. So I also want to congratulate him. And congratulate all of y'all for rocking with me. I'm glad to be back. I got a lot of stuff taken care of. They've been tagging me really hard, but I hope it don't stay that way. He said, "You the man, y'all, man. No, y'all do what y'all do. I love what y'all do, and I have to support, great people with great thinking. And it's just that way." Here's my final thought today. This one came from the internet. Okay, It's so on time. It's so on time when I saw this. And my first thoughts was, you know what? Sometimes things just know your heart, right? Like you just know when it's right. Here's what this quote say.
Someone said white barbecue is ranch.
Actually, it's different, but it's a little bit different. But we gonna let you have that one, okay?
My bad, man.
But that is it's so funny. It says the most beautiful part of your life is when you find and embrace your lane, and it all starts to click. I'm gonna repeat that again. The most beautiful part of your life is when you find and embrace your lane, and it all starts to click. See, this is where I started to figure out things. It took me a while to get there. When you in your lane, you notice how it seems to be that you tend to have more control over what's going on. And it's the reason why you get upset when you're driving and somebody decides to cut you off in your lane. Or maybe you're talking to somebody who's supposed to be a friend, but they're not really a friend because they need your negative energy to survive, right? You are their constant belief. But when you stay in your lane, isn't it funny how every time you stay in your lane, something is trying to pull you out of it? And it's a simple answer to that. It's because that the thing that is trying to pull you out of that lane knows that if you stay in that lane, you're going to get to your destination in one piece, all together and whole. And that's not what this thing called life wants you to do. It wants you to constantly get off of your track, detour over into this lane and venture over here, bounce over to this lane and venture over here. But when you stay in your lane, your direction is clear. No matter what happens around you, you will always pass it by because that's the way your lane is designed. When you embrace that lane, you take that lane in and you respect that lane, it does click. And you know why it clicks? It's because it's at that point that you realize that the only time you are being moved is when you allow others to do it. You see, the lane is clear. It's open for you. It's always been open for you. It's always been designed just for you. That's your path. You have to do nothing more than stay on the damn track. Find a way to embrace your lane. When people say you can't, stay in your lane. When people say that, I bet you won't, I hope you don't, stay in your lane. When they come and they try to push you off and be like, you getting too close to it, let me get over here and try to disrupt them, stay in your lane. And then after you stay in your lane, remind them to stay in theirs, because it's at that point where you stand up for your own damn lane and you find true power. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Fingers crossed I don't get no overtime tomorrow, and I will be back at it again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard to talk some more Detroit Lions football. Hopefully I'm not losing it. All right. So thank my guests for coming on, SpeakEZ Sports, for shouting out. Thank Roar the Lions for coming in and showing some love. Shout out to you, Jimbo G, El Tonio Jinx, and every person who joined in and listened to the show and have fun. Man, I could not have more fun doing this without you. So kudos to you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research. I am my